John Maynard Keynes was a British economist whose ideas fundamentally changed the theory and practices of macroeconomic and the economic policies of governments, especially during the Great Depression, challenging the views of classical economic theories. He developed Keynesian economics in the 1930s during the period of the Great Depression as an attempt to try and understand it. Keynesian economics is an economic theory of total spending in the economy and the effects it has on inflation and output, focusing on circular flows of money in the economy. It focuses on explaining why recessions and depressions take place and offers policy prescriptions to minimize their effects. Keynesian economics developed as a result of the inability of classical economic theory to explain the economic phenomena during the Great Depression, as markets were unable to return back to full employment and rising unemployment and stagnant economy were observed. Keynesian economics falls into the Keynesian school of thought, initiated by Keynes himself. The central idea of the school is that government intervention can stabilize the economy, which contradicted a lot of economists of the time and today still. It highlights two key points: that aggregate demand is not always automatically high enough to provide firms with an incentive to hire enough workers to reach full employment, as when aggregate demand is low, that means aggregate supply is also low. Firms are not producing, and essentially people are losing their jobs. Therefore, Keynes economics focused on using active government policies to manage aggregate demand in order to address or prevent economic depressions. He advocated for the excessive spending by government, therefore for government to take up on deficit spending, in which is intentional excess spending by government as a means to stimulate the economy and to boost consumer spending in order to stabilize aggregate demand, as we have observed that during recessions individuals tend to save more to be able to deal with uncertainties of the economy. He also believed that excessive saving was bad for the economy, unless there were specific reasons such as retirement or education, as when you save more, less money is in the economy to stimulate growth, reducing consumption, which, with the multiplier effect, one person's consumption is another person's income. Key point is that macroeconomy may adjust slowly to the shifts in aggregate demand because of sticky wages and prices, as they do not respond to increases or decreases in demand immediately. Keynesian economics therefore argues that economies do not stabilize themselves very quickly and require active intervention from governments to boost short-term demand in the economy. Therefore, they argue that wages and employment and prices are slower to respond to the needs of the market and require governmental intervention to keep them on track, contrasting what classical economists believe that markets will return to full employment and free market economists that advocate for little or no government intervention. So the government intervention from governments can be done by decreasing interest rates. Therefore, demand increases in the short term, which stimulates the economic system, restoring employment and demand for services. This new economic boost actually feeds and will continue the growth and employment that will take place. Indian economist advocates for increased government interventions. These interventions can come in the form of decreased interest rates, which demotivates people from saving more. Instead, it encourages them to spend more, and by spending more, money is circulated into the economy and it helps to boost the economy. The decreased interest rates also encourages businesses and firms to loan money, so to borrow money which they could use in their businesses, therefore creating employment and boosting the economy. Other forms of interventions can come in the form of decreased taxes. By decreasing taxes, it allows individuals in the country to have more money to spend on consumption instead of having the money taken away for taxes. Keynesian economics contradicts with the classical economic theories of excessive savings, so increased savings, as classical economics believe that increased savings boost the economy as the funds that are saved are available for firms and businesses for loans to improve their businesses and create more employment, therefore helping more people get an income which they can use the money for consumption which circulates into the economy. It also contradicts with free market economics, which believe that government intervention is bad for the economy. So it advocates for little to no government intervention in the economy, which can help decrease chances of corruption or governments pursuing their own personal agendas and not looking out for the general public and country as a whole. Thank you.